When I was a teenager, I thought that I was doing everything right. But looking back now, I realized I was setting myself for heartbreak, self-doubt, and so much unnecessary pain. Maybe you feel like this, overwhelmed by school, stuck in a friendship that doesn't feel right for you, or like you need to be someone else to get people to actually like you. Trust me, I've been there. I know what it's like to feel lost, like you're never enough, or like that everyone else has their life together except you. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be this way. You don't need to figure everything out the hard way, like I did. I wish that someone told me what I'm about to tell you when I was a teenager, because it would have saved me so many years of confusion and regret. So here are 6 lessons that I learned the hard way, and my hope is that they will make your journey a little bit easier. Hello girls, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Lorena and I make content for girls that want to level up their lives, tap into their feminine energy, and just simply become the woman that they have always dreamed of being. So grab your favorite drink, grab your coffee, your matcha, whatever you like, and sit comfortably because we are about to spill some tea. We're about to discuss 6 points that will probably save your teenage years and even your 20s. We will start with the first point, which is hard for me to talk about, to be honest, because this just brings a little bit of shame to me. It's something that I regret, but you know, it's part of my story. So I think that everything just happens for a reason. So the fact that it happened, it can help a lot of you guys to don't make this mistake. So let's dive into it. The first point has to go with drinks and alcohol and partying. The thing is that when I was a teenager, I used to go out a lot. I used to party a lot. I used to just drink a lot, almost every weekend. And you might think that this is kind of normal for some teenagers, but it was just a very dark period of my life because I used to drink not to only have fun, but as some sort of escape. Like I was really stressed with high school and getting good grades and getting to college and everything. And also I thought it was the only way for my friends to accept me. Of course it wasn't, but that's what I thought at the time. The thing is that it started as a kind of fun thing. Then it turned into, if I don't do it, no one would accept me and I'm not fun. And is the only thing that I can do, to feel like I'm more of an adult. And then it will end up making me so miserable, so frustrated. And this is an era and a period that I recommend everyone to skip, because truly getting drunk every weekend, going to several parties and just doing it for the sake of other people accepting you would only bring you bad things. It would bring you to the bad kind of people. It will bring you to just dark places, and it will bring you not peace at all. Like it would just bring you to the dark places that you could ever be in your mind and outside in the physical world. Back in the days, I used to think like it was just so cool to get drunk, to go to parties, to be with this guy, be with this other guy. But when I look back to those days, wow, it's crazy to think that a lot of teenagers do this to feel great and to be accepted. Listen, if you're on this journey right now and you feel pressure to do this, understand that the people that are pressuring you might not be your friends. And the people that want you to do these things are eventually not going to care about you in the future, and they are also going to change. So just do what feels right in your heart. If you are not someone that wants to go out and drink, just please don't do it, and don't do it for other people to accept you. The second thing that we're talking about is seeking validation from boys. I know that this is hard because when you're a teenager, everything just seems so cool about dating and getting to know guys and stuff like this, but there is something really dark about this, especially if you're doing it because you don't have self-love, because you think that the only way that you can feel loved is just by being with other people, with other guys, and just seeking validation from them. And to be honest, this for me got a little too far, because it got to a point that if I was not with a boy and if I was not dating someone, I wouldn't feel great with myself. And I also had the pressure from my friends to just do these things. And it only brought me bad stuff. Seeking for validation in other guys would just start a spiral, because I used to do it to just feel accepted, to seek for validation. And then while I was doing it, I will feel less validated. So I would seek more attention from boys. It was a spiral that I definitely recommend anyone at this age to just skip. Listen, girl, if you're in your teenage years or even in your early 20s and you're just seeking for validation in boys, I know it can seem like so fun and a nice idea to do at first, but listen, it won't last long and you will feel bad after it. So I would recommend you, girl, that please seek validation in yourself, within yourself. Just try to love yourself from other perspectives. Do some inner work first and find confidence within yourself. And when you find the confidence within yourself, you are ready to date other guys that would value who you are. Because if you start dating guys when you don't value yourself, when you don't have confidence in yourself, you would just attract guys that don't love you back, that just don't respect you the way that they should. And this is something really dangerous when you're a teenager, because everyone has their hormones like all over the place and it can be a dangerous thing. And the point number 3 is that I was following diet trends that would make me sick. Look, when I was in my, I think, last 2 years of high school, I became vegan. And I did it for the only purpose of just not eat animals, because I would feel really bad and it didn't feel right for me at the time. But I had no knowledge at all about nutrition, about macros, about protein. I didn't know what protein was. And so I ended up just cutting all meat, fish, and of course I was not substituting all of these things that contain protein and other minerals and vitamins for food that would just supplement that lack of nutrients. But basically I was under eating. I started to get acne all over my face. Like it got really, really bad. And the reason being for this was because I just didn't have enough vitamins. I just didn't have enough protein. My hair was falling. And so my hormones were all over the place. I just had my period times a month, or other times I had it like once every 3 months, and of course my body was not right. And the moment that I just reincorporated meat and everything into my diet, everything started to fall into place. And with this, I want to say, listen, you're young and you probably don't have enough information about food and about nutrients and stuff like this, because over time you just kind of learn about this. But at first I didn't know about it. And when you're young, you just need to be very careful, because going vegan and just all these things seem really right for the animals. But sometimes if you don't do it the right way, if you don't have enough information, if you don't do it with a professional, it can really hurt you. So the advice here is that just please listen to your body always before just tapping into any diet trend. It'll save your life. The point number 4 was to stay in toxic friendships. When I was in high school, I got bullied, and this just crushed my heart. I was just brokenhearted because my friends were bullying me, and that's something hard. And I was really depressed and sad, and it was a horrible time. Those friendships were toxic. They were really hurting me, but I was staying there. And this is something that I wish someone told me, because the moment that I just was so tired of it, I was just so tired of being hurt, I was so tired of people mistreating me, the moment that I was just like, I can't take this anymore, and I just cut any type of relationship that I had with these friends, got a huge weight off my back, because I just needed to realize that those people were toxic for me. So I know when you're a teenager, it's really hard to just know the intentions of people and just know like who are your true friends, and people might hurt you and then you make up with those people and everything seems fine. But I gotta say, pay attention to who you're surrounding with, to who your friends are, because when you're a teenager, people can be truly mean, and staying in toxic friendships can damage you a lot. Learn to set boundaries, learn to say no, and to cut relationships even though it hurts, but just do it for your own good. Do it because you love yourself. The point number 5 was taking school too serious. Listen, this is something that I just regret a lot. Is one of the things that I regret the most, because I know that being good at school and getting good grades and securing yourself like a good spot in a good college can seem so great and the right thing to do. And I'm not saying it isn't, because yeah, that was something that I needed to worry about when I was a teenager. But there's always a limit in everything in life. And I wish that someone told me that there is something much more important than that, which is mental health. Because I was just getting too obsessed with grades to a point that I would have anxiety attacks. I was just not socializing at all. I would not go out in the weekends. I would stay at home studying, and I was only like 16, 17, and it just got to a point of obsession that it would affect me mentally and emotionally so much. But soon I realized that all the effort was not worth it because my anxiety was just at its highest, which only made me miserable. And to be honest, when I was that young, I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my future. I didn't have this vision of I'm going to be a doctor or I'm going to be a teacher. I did not have that, which only made it worse because I would put this pressure on myself to just study in order to just secure myself any spot at any college. And eventually it turned out that I just didn't need those super high grades because I just chose a career that had grades to just getting into that college, but I could have avoided a lot of hours of study and a lot of hours of being anxious. So looking back, I just wish that someone told me to just breathe, don't take it that serious, that it just damages you and your mental health, and just enjoy your teenage years. Because it's important to study, of course it is, but it's also important to take care after your mental health, to be with your family, to be with your friends, and to have fun as well. And the point number 6 was ignoring my spiritual side. When I was a teenager, I didn't believe in anything. I didn't believe in God. I definitely didn't believe in the universe. I just thought that there was nothing else than earth and people, like I just didn't believe in any kind of mystic things. And I was putting all of my trust, confidence on external things. And I was going through hard stuff, or I was stressed, or I just was sad or something. Instead of, now I go to God and I pray and I just, he helps me, and it feels so amazing to just have his trust and to trust the divine timing. But back then, when I was sad or when I was going through hard times, I would just go to external things. So what I told you about earlier, I would go to parties, I would drink, I would date boys to just feel better within myself. But of course, those things just don't last long, and at the end, it make you miserable. So you guys, this was a short but very good video that I just wanted to make. I'm so excited that you got into this video, and I really hope from the bottom of my heart that you learned something about it. And if you ever feel this way, or if you've ever felt this way, I want to tell you something. You're not alone. And I want to do something in this video. Let me know in the comments what you're going through as a teenager or maybe in your early 20s. And if I get some experience about that, I can probably help you, tell you about my story, and just give you my personal advice based on my experience, and potentially just help you have a better life. I would just love to do that because I want this to be a safe space in which not only me but other people that are watching this video can comment and just help you with what you're going through. To end the video, I wanted to say thank you so much for being here, for watching this video, and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and that you like this video so you don't lose any of the videos that are about to come. I wish you the best teenage years and the best early 20s that you could ever possibly have, and I'll see you in the next one.